When I started bodybuilding, I was a weak and puny teenager. I had just been released from the hospital after recovering from a bout with mononucleosis and jaundice. While I was in the hospital, my doctors also discovered that I had diabetes. My illnesses left me very skinny. I tried gaining weight through diet, but had little success. So in March of 1977, I joined a health club, hoping that weight training would beef up my body. At the time, my biceps were a mere 10 inches. Now, after 4 years of Weider-style training, I have built 20-inch biceps, double their original size, and my overall arm development is tremendous. A lot of bodybuilders wonder how I've been able to develop such massive arms in such a short time. Of course, bodybuilding success depends on hard work and discipline, but I also have developed some of my own training techniques that may help you to build mass all over your body, and particularly your arms. I have found that to build bicep size and to develop an impressive horseshoe shape to the triceps, I need to work with heavy poundages that really make the muscles burn, and because I train so heavily, I only need to do a total of 9 sets for my triceps and 9 sets for my biceps, and I only have to train my arms twice per week. I start my arm workout with 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps per set of lying tricep extensions. One of my secrets is to do this exercise on a low decline instead of lying on a flat exercise bench. This gives my triceps a greater initial stretch as well as more complete contraction at the finished position of the movement. Another of my secrets is to use a rather narrow grip when doing lying tricep extensions. By keeping my hand 6 inches apart, I can bring the bar closer to my forehead and work the triceps over a greater range of motion. Next, I do 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps per set of tricep cable pushdowns. I have a secret technique that makes this exercise even more effective for achieving both mass and definition. Most people do this type of pushdown while standing perfectly erect. They push the bar straight down, keeping the elbows close to the body. I personally take a step back from the vertical line of the pulley and push down on the bar from that position, aiming for my feet. This gives my triceps a better stretch and more complete contraction. I also use a narrow grip in the exercise, and I prefer a straight bar to a V-bar. This method of doing cable pushdowns is especially good for building up the outer head of the triceps. My final tricep exercise is one-arm tricep extensions behind my head using a dumbbell. The vertical position of my arm gives a maximum stretch to the triceps at the start of the movement. Again, I use very heavy poundages and concentrate on lowering the weight to the point of maximum tricep stretch. Then I press the dumbbell in a cantilever fashion and lock my arm straight to finish each rep. I do 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions for each arm, which finishes off my tricep routine. Between all my sets, I constantly flex my triceps in a variety of positions. I continue this technique, the Weider iso tension contraction principle, for about 30 seconds and then go right into my next set. By exerting such steady tension throughout my workout, I feel I am working my tricep muscles to the maximum, and this is one way I achieve the muscle burn necessary for optimum development. As the contest approaches, I do the same tricep routine, but I slightly increase the overall training intensity. Sometimes I do a couple more reps per set, but generally I depend on modifying my diet, not my workouts, to bring out maximum muscularity. From the beginning of my bodybuilding career, I have more or less followed the same bicep routine. I start by doing standing curls with an easy bar. I do 3 sets with as heavy poundages as I can handle in strict form. I do 12 repetitions on the first set to get the blood flowing in my biceps. Then I do 10 reps on my second set using more weight, and 8 reps on the last set with even heavier barbell. I insist on doing every repetition in strict form. Sometimes I even lean back against the wall when I do my curls, or I will use the Weider arm blaster, which concentrates all the curling effort on my biceps. I have found that curls with an easy bar curl are excellent for building bicep mass. The partially supinated position of the hands strongly stresses the inner biceps, and by using the easy curl bar, I can curl as much as 225 pounds for 8 reps. At this point of my workout, my biceps are warmed up enough to exert maximum power without risk of injury. So I start my next exercise, incline curls with 80-pound dumbbells, my top weight for that exercise. Then as my biceps tire, I decrease the weight a bit on the second and third sets. When I do incline curls, my palms are turned upward during the curling and lowering of the dumbbell, and my form is kept as strict as possible. This hand position enables me to build a peak on my biceps. As in all my exercises, I keep the poundages high. I do 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps per set. I follow the incline curls with 3 to 4 sets, 8 to 10 reps per set of seated concentration curls for each arm. I do this movement with my palms completely supinated, turned upward and even slightly outward. This hand position enhances the development on the outside of my bicep peak. 4 weeks before a contest, I will add cable curls to my routine, but otherwise my entire bicep workout consists of the 3 exercises I've just discussed. There are no dead spots in the range of motion when you do cable curls. You feel the resistance from full extension to full contraction. This allows me to take full advantage of the Weider slow continuous tension training principle. After only 3 sets, 8 to 10 repetitions per set, my biceps are totally pumped. The cable curl is an excellent exercise for building both size and shape, and it also seems to enhance my arm vascularity. It's perfect for putting the finishing touches on my biceps before a contest. I use only 50 pounds or so for my cable curls. This is an intense exercise requiring maximum mental involvement, and I can get a better feel with lighter poundages. I hate to admit it, but I have actually been reduced to using as little as 10 pounds for each arm on cable curls just before a contest when my energy has been nearly exhausted from dieting. I believe that the actual amount of weight you use is less important than how you perform the exercise in both a physical and mental sense. Still, I am mentally geared for using heavy poundages, and I'm constantly striving to increase the resistance I use in every exercise. There are various other exercises you can do for the biceps. For example, the straight bar curl also builds mass, but I don't recommend this movement when you are striving for muscularity just before a contest. You should also give alternate dumbbell curls a tryout. My forearm workout begins with wrist curls. I like to do this movement with either a barbell or a single dumbbell, resting my forearms across a bench. On each rep, I actually let the bar roll down my fingers at the start of the movement. Then I use my fingers to curl the bar into my fist before I complete the wrist curl in a normal manner. I superset my wrist curls with barbell reverse curls. The reverse curls build the brachialis muscle under my biceps and the supraspinator muscle in my forearms. I do 5 such supersets, performing 10 reps per exercise. My training techniques are much like those of Mike Mentzer and Casey Viator. In each exercise, I try to achieve maximum mental concentration and to use very heavy poundages because I believe that's the best way to build mass and size. Of course, there are no real secrets when it comes to building a great physique. It will take time, maximum effort, and total dedication. And you must believe in your ability to succeed. I hope my arm training techniques will help you attain bodybuilding success.